The thing is, she did not give...
You haven't touched me in a while. Come again. You haven't used me in a long time. Hey, this is a family channel. Watch your mouth. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's not what I meant. What I mean is that you are so overwhelmed since you realized how behind you got when you were sick that you don't even know where to start on what you were backed up on. But I've been drinking my coffee black to deal with my backed up problem, and it's been moving me more than backing me up. We interrupt this regularly scheduled programming to reveal a comment of complete irrelevance. Viewer at Diddly Squat, Mary Thought, Pratfall, Foxtrot, Oscar Nora Sierra said, "Geez, are you drinking coffee or some mutant Starbucks thing? Gad." Ha ha, I'm so not into Starbucks. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Salute.
My bowels are vibing with the black coffee, yay.
Stop making this all about your bowels. Your bowels have nothing to do with this. Nothing! Then why are you talking about being backed up? I didn't mean bowel backed up. I meant all your projects being backed up because you have all that you want to get done written on different pieces of scrap paper and in different notebooks and notepads and on your phone and in your document notes and how are you supposed to get everything done? You need to get everything under one umbrella. There must be some system out there to help you with all of this. I do have some sort of I do have some sort of system. Mommy. Yes, baby? You've got something. What did I forget, love? About the twin. What twin? My new twin with that weird quirk. You forgot to let all the amazing awesome sauce people know about the other new addition to the family. Oh, another new addition to the fam. Yes, yes, yes. Hola! Hiya! How is it going, y'all? That weird quirk. She can't even hold a full conversation with us. Ah, yes, she shuts down unexpectedly. It could be the battery. We will look into that soon. How about my sibling, the X60? You got her wrapped up somewhere in brown butcher paper and in a canvas bag somewhere. I'm here, and here. I need a new battery and a new SSD and some form of distro. Don't forget me. Ah, yes, you were supposed to be an X40, but I'm so glad I got you instead. I will not forget you. Please don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. And don't forget me too. I have 500 gigabytes of storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM. I would love to be revamped into something new and exciting. Please do something about... How about Obsidian? Obsidian? Are you talking about the igneous rock that forms when lava cools slowly? No, that's wrong. Ha! Do over. Obsidian? Are you talking about the igneous rock that forms when lava cools rapidly? That cool black volcanic glass? No, I'm talking about the note-taking application. Actually, it's more like a personal knowledge base that allows you to connect your notes and create a unique information network. Kind of like creating your second brain. Did you Google that? You betcha. Is this video sponsored? No, you're still a small channel. Anywho's, let's learn more about Obsidian and how it can help pull you out of your pile of scrap notes, journals, etc., 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 and get your thoughts and ideas organized. Let's grow a second brain for you. What about all the other things that I want to do? Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. How a multi-passionate person, such as yourself, can keep track of everything without dropping all those spinning plates. Let's go.
Hola, you awesome, amazing sauce people. Yes, I fell off the turnip truck again. I'm not saying I'm a turnip. I like parsnips. But that's something else. I digress. But this time it is not at all health related. Thank God. And thank you, Omega XL. So not sponsored. Heck, I bought mine off of John Walsh's link. I highly recommend it, and I will be using it for the rest of my life. Okay, here are some updates. I got a desk chair with wheels. Actually, I had the desk chair. It was in storage. I had it brought to me. So now I can wheel around the room and spin around to decompress, if need be. I also got a boom stand for my mic, but I haven't installed it yet because this is my mom's place. And mom likes to get into things. And I don't think a boom stand would be wise right now. So I'm going to do my best to not bang on the table. If you know, you know. But back to the lack of uploads. Yeah, I have a lot on my plate. A good part of it is taking care of mom. Being a caregiver to a loved one, especially your mom, as an only child, is no easy feat. The remaining portion includes my personal spiritual work, wanting to get healthier, having the desire to play the piano again, to learn the violin, remaking my costume jewelry, upcycling items in my closet, my YouTube channels, learning Linux, learning to code, getting back to doing math. Up to this point, I have not a clue on how to juggle it all. I've been flying by the seat of my plants. Haha. I have been flying by the seat of my pants. Literally all my life. I think it is the Pisces in me. No, actually, it is the Pisces in me. I am like the plate spinner, those entertainers that have plates spinning atop many poles and are running back and forth to keep them from falling down. I'd have all these amazing ideas and I'd write them down in various notebooks, scraps of paper, type them in my ThinkPad, type them into my MacBook Air, only to forget about them later. Like those spinning plates, losing their momentum, falling off their pole, and come crashing down. As I started to write new scripts, I would start to think back to older scripts that I had stored away on an external drive and wanting to go back over them. They are pages long, like science college papers long. I was a bio major. Writing all those scientific reports are haunting me something major, but I digress. But I do love researching the information for the content I upload to this channel. Lots of information. And what I have been doing for the limited storage on my MacBook Air was once I completed a video, I would move all of that content to an external drive, including the scripts. Well, at least that's what I thought I did, because I actually spent the day looking for my old scripts, only to discover they were scattered on my laptop and not on the external drive. More on that in a little bit. Oh, on a side note, my best friend gifted me her old MacBook Air 2015. She was gifted a newer MacBook Pro from her husband, who bought it and never used it. The thing is, she did not want to give away her laptop to just about anyone. That MacBook Air held sentimental value to her. It was one of the very first big purchases she made when she started working as a speech therapist. She wanted it to go to someone who would love and take care of it as much as she did. It was like me with my car, the huge Suburban I drove as a chauffeur. When the time came to sell it, I wanted it to go to someone who would love it as much as I did. The universe heard my plea and sent me someone who loves Suburbans. It has since retired to Florida. Last I heard, its new owner is head over heels in love with it. When my bestie told me about her 2015 MacBook Air, I asked her for it. I told her I would love to use it on my channel. She said I did not have to ask twice and was more than happy to gift it to me. She mentioned that the laptop had this one quirk. It shuts down randomly, out of the blue. I said, bring it. I love a challenge. We will tackle that in a future video. Back to all my spinning plates. Eventually, some of those plates will come crashing down. After my last upload, I reflected on the huge amount of research, notes, and scripts I had on my laptop and external drive. It all felt spread out and disorganized, and that made me a bit anxious. Because as a self-diagnosed hypercreative with a plethora of passions, which makes me think that I also need to get a handle on managing all of my passions, there are lots of things I want to do. To learn, to write about, and create content to share with all of you. And the brainstorms I am getting for future uploads will definitely link to the past ones. I wanted something that would keep all my brainstorms, random thoughts, and ideas organized and under one umbrella. Something that would keep past scripts and research notes together so that I could refer back to them for future videos. And I wanted something I could turn to when that spark of an idea slammed into me and I had to get it out of my head before that next bright shiny object flew by to distract me.
I have a pen, I have an apple, apple pen.
Did I just distract you with a bright shiny object that will now play in your head for eternity? Or at least that long. You're welcome. So, the first step in staying focused in the world of chaos is to get organized. Sit down, organize your thoughts, write them out, write out the chaos in your mind, organize your stuff, especially your files on your laptop in this case scenario. For me, it was all my notes and scripts, for starters. It's important to be able to get to them easily when I'm researching and writing scripts for future uploads. Hence my excitement over Obsidian. Some of you had mentioned this marvelous feat of nature at the start of my tech videos. The video that got me started with Obsidian was by Odysseus. I really appreciate how he guides you through the initial setup. He included a general template that I feel can be used across all creative styles, not only academic. I will link his video below should you want to discover more. He did mention that it is a bit of a learning curve. Once you grab onto the basics, you can start to make it your own. There are other videos about Obsidian that helped me a lot. Those creators will also be linked below in the description if you want to learn more. What really got me excited about Obsidian was their vaults. You can create vaults for your different projects. Vaults are like file cabinets. At least that's how I see them. Within these vaults, you can create folders to which you add your notes. Within your notes, you create tags that start to link your different notes together within that vault. The template provided by Odysseus has room for tags, what you write in your note, and references that are the source of your notes. Here you can copy and paste the website, the YouTube video, whatnot of what you are learning about. For example, I created a vault for this YouTube channel. Then I copied and pasted the scripts and notes from past uploads into this vault. Each has its dedicated note or its dedicated page within that file of this vault. I also organized the documents of these scripts and notes into a dedicated folder on my desktop because they were literally all over the place on my laptop. I spent a couple of hours searching for them. Now my notes on my laptop and future notes on Obsidian will be easily accessible. I created another vault for the Mina's Messy Kitchen YouTube channel, which I have filmed lots of footage for. I have to buckle down on the editing. I also grouped these scripts into a dedicated folder and copy and pasted them into this vault. I have a vault where I journal my random thoughts called Mina Musings. I also located and organized documents on my laptop where I journaled my brainstorms, my random thoughts, morning pages, and moved them into a dedicated folder for easy access. Another vault is dedicated to my spiritual work and study. I am a Kabbalah student. In a nutshell, Kabbalah is spiritual wisdom and tools to help you navigate life. I am thinking about creating a new vault for this book that I'm reading. It is by Deborah Costu, and it's called Forget Me Not. It is a guide on how to creatively care for your loved ones who exhibit the signs of Alzheimer's and dementia. She learned so much caring for her late mother, and her tips and hacks are easily accessible. I will also link the book below if you are interested in learning more about that. My mom has cognitive decline, and while she has not been officially diagnosed, she is showing the signs of dementia. I figure I can easily create a folder in the Mina's Messy Kitchen vault for my notes while reading Costu's book, as that channel is dedicated to what I cook for mom and my life as a caregiver. So we're going into the second step on how to stay focused in the world of chaos. inside of your head and around you. So the second step to stay focused in a world of chaos, inside of your head and in our world today, is to decide which of your many passions takes priority now and which ones can be placed on the back burner for later. Sometimes in the huge realm of spinning plates, it's okay to let some of them fall, to get back to them later. We are going to focus on those plates that will remain spinning. This channel, Learning Linux, How to Code and Tech, is one plate. My second channel, where I cook and care for my mother, is another plate, along with the Forget-Me-Not book I mentioned, because I will be sharing my experiences with you. In fact, my YouTube channels and how I manage them can be placed on one plate, and each channel will have their own Obsidian vault. My personal work, spiritual study, is another plate and another vault. My digital journal, Mina Musings, where I type out my thoughts, is another plate and one more vault. So total for now, 3 spinning plates and 4 vaults. The plates I am allowing to fall for now is returning to the piano and playing the violin. Getting healthier is a non-negotiable, which I will incorporate into my schedule. Remaking my costume jewelry and upcycling my closet through sewing are more things I like to do to decompress. These are things I can schedule in, even if for just 30 minutes a day. The third thing, or step number 3, to remain focused in the world of chaos, is creating a schedule that works for you and sticking to it. Something that makes discipline seem seamless. Although I don't think discipline is ever seamless. You just do it because you have to do it. Create time boundaries and don't stray from them. You will have to wake up earlier than most people so that you can get your work done before getting broadsided with distractions, chaos, and fires to put out. I recently watched a video by Leah Hormozy about creating systems. And an example of such a system is to not have any junk food in the house if you're trying to eat healthier and wanting to lose weight. I have not reached that plateau yet due to my love of potato chips, especially the jalapeno and honey barbecue varieties. I think a system I can create is going to bed early so that I can wake up early before anyone else does to start editing or to start working. In creating a schedule, you have to install time boundaries. I like how the creator Madeline Mack works. She has videos of her waking up at 4 a.m. to start the day. She has done the 75 hard more than once, and she films that. She is a great example of discipline, even when you don't feel like it. One of her recent uploads is titled, "You Have to Be Boring to Be Pretty." And the premise of it is discipline. You have to do the boring stuff to reap the benefits of your labor. Madeline Mack is a great example of discipline even when you don't feel like it. I invested in her POB planner. This is one planner I keep returning to. Where is it? It's not right. I'll insert a little clip of it. It is the first planner I keep returning to. It has room to schedule your day, to list the 5 priority to-dos. And you know what I really like about the POB planner? It has, the way it's constructed, you can actually insert extra pages of your notes and secure them in place with invisible tape. Madeline uses alarms to time the various tasks that she does throughout the day. For example, when she's editing her videos, she sets a timer for 4 hours. If she has to stop for some reason, she will pause the timer until she can get back to editing. Creating time boundaries will take some time to take effect, especially when you have been all over the place most of your life. I speak from experience. However, being consistent and persistent is what counts. Another thing I have battled with is imposter syndrome, comparisonitis, the introvert in me screaming to just hide under the covers and doom scroll because things are not perfect. So yes, I've also battled perfectionism. I have done and continue to do the internal work. Now I tell my internal perfectionist introvert to sit down and shut up. Other things that had held me back from uploading, thinking that I had to satisfy the YouTube algorithm and pump out a video every week or to follow trends. Brenda Turner, another content creator here on YouTube, stated in her video, 4 simple steps to growing your YouTube channel and business is to stop creating for the algorithm, or she calls it the dot, and start creating to give and express, to commit to generosity, to be generous. Here's another step to staying focused in a world of chaos. Be realistic about your time boundaries. Realistically, I can upload a video every 2 weeks. That gives me breathing room to edit, especially the silly skits. Alarms help a lot. Setting a time boundary, that is blocks of time, to get things done, and setting alarms to each As to editing videos, writing and researching for scripts, even your sleep and your exercise can keep you on track so that you can get everything you need to get done in a day. I have the added challenge of being a caregiver. It's a huge challenge, as I mentioned at the start. I am an only child and I care for my mom, which means I don't have much of a backup, so I can't get sick. I don't get sick. Mom is a moving target. It takes longer for me to get things done because she's like a child. I have to work around her. Even when I film, maybe you've heard little snippets of her being boisterous because that's what she does. I'm learning to use little pockets of time to get things done. For instance, after breakfast, she usually goes down for a nap or she goes and she starts to wash the dishes. I will take advantage of that pocket of time to go shower real quick and get ready. My showers are not those everything showers that the influencers you see on YouTube where they have all these products and all these lovely, where they turn their shower into a spa. No, for me, it's just like a 5-minute shower to just get clean and get out and get ready. So I'm making use of little pockets of time, including the very early morning hours. Like this morning, I actually did wake up at 4:30. Actually, something fell off and made a noise in my space and woke me up. And I said, you know what? This is the universe waking me up to start getting things done. And that's how I took it. And I did get a lot done. Another thing to think about, don't discount writing things down, especially when you reach my age and you tend to forget some things. Write everything down. Forgetting because there's so many distractions we have coming at us from all directions. So what I tend to do is I have my POV planner, but I also have like this little composition notebook and I just write stuff down. It's like a scratchbook. Like now as I'm filming, I'm like labeling the little clips that I save. So write everything down. There is no hurt in writing everything down. As I mentioned earlier, I invested in the POV journal by Madeline Mack. It is on Amazon and I will also link that below. And it's not an affiliate link. It's not. I mean, I know I should set up an affiliate link, but in this moment in time, I'll probably do it later, but hey. But it's going to be linked below because she deserves a lot of credit. It's a really good planner. The last but not least step to stay focused in the world of chaos within yourself and outside and within the world around you is to be kind to yourself. Yes, the world is in a bit of chaos right now. Stop worrying about things that are out of your control. Focus on you, on improving you, and being your genuine self. I stopped watching the news in 2012. Yes, I have. Mind you, I don't live under a rock. I know what's going on. I just don't focus on it. I think it is better to focus on doing your thing, improving yourself, being kind and generous, and inspiring others to gradually work on themselves for the better. Get out of the perfectionism bubble. Done is better than perfect, and you can fine-tune and finesse along the way as you keep sharing your life's work. Now I'm going to shout out a creator that I've been following, Bread on Penguins. She recently hit 100K. Mazel tov, Bread. She made a video that I'm also going to link below, and she spoke about how bittersweet it was. And she did say, I'm going to go down on the record as being one of the first creators that's not entirely ecstatic about reaching 100K. The gist of her video is where she spoke about how she thinks she reached 100K, which was her Linux videos. But she also is a creative and she feels that the steps she has taken for her channel, it's going to kill her channel. I beg to differ. I think the fact that she reached 100K within a year is because she's genuine, she's authentic, and that's what people are looking for these days. She plays the violin, she is a photographer, she composes music. Her light shines through, and that is what draws people to her. She mentioned that she would like to make this as a full-time career, and I believe that it's going to happen for her. I find inspiration in her reaching 100K, and that inspiration is propelling me forward. So she's going to continue to upload things that make her heart sing. I'm sure she's not going to stop with the Linux related stuff. Her channel is going to be a combination of her art, her tech, her music. So if you don't know about her, I will link her channel below so you can go and give her a follow. She did mention her channel is proof that you can create and post what makes you happy and make a full-time living from that. And with that, some of you have messaged me and I've seen your messages. And you're not lost on me, and I appreciate your messages. Someone had messaged me saying that he started to watch my channels again because there was something in it that was just soul satisfying. I think he said was soul satisfying, and that those messages they mean a lot to me, and I really thank you for that. I am going to be consistent. I'm going to be persistent. I'm determined. Like I mentioned earlier, It's me creating those time boundaries and working around caring for mom. And it's not an easy feat. There's a creator, her name is Everett Renee, and she would post these shorts of her getting up at 5 in the morning to go to the gym. And I remember in watching some of her videos, she said that her becoming disciplined enough to wake up at 5 in the morning, it didn't happen overnight. It took time for her to become that disciplined to be able to wake up in the morning and go to the gym and have her routines to do it. And I'm sure for everyone that you see who is super disciplined, it was not something that happened from one day to another. It takes time to do that. If you're determined, it will happen and it will be done. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you enjoyed what you watched, please give this video a like and consider subscribing so that we could reach more amazing, awesome sauce people just like you. Thank you again for stopping by. See you in the next upload. Cheers.